I've talked to people who've had breast cancer. My mom had breast cancer. And so it wasn't anything new because I knew people that had it. So it was like, okay, now I have it. What am I going to do? I went to one doctor, and then they told me that because it was caught early, stage 1, that a lumpectomy with radiation would work. So I said, well, okay, let me get a second opinion. So I got a second opinion, and basically they said the same thing. However, prior to being diagnosed, I had sorority sisters, I had friends. Like I said, my mom had it, so my mom got a lumpectomy, radiation. Hers came back. It was a lot of different things going through my head. It's like, okay, do I want radiation? You hear about different things where, people have different side effects and different things like that. Then about it coming back, my sorority sister told me about someone else, Shonda. She's with the Breastless. She told me to read her story. So I read her story, and she talked about how she was diagnosed and the things that she did. I reached out to her because I just wanted to know, get all the information that's available to you, and to just talk to people so that whatever decision I decided to make, that it's one, of course, that I would have to live with.
Sure.
And it's not forced upon me by anyone. I decided to have the bilateral mastectomy without reconstruction. So both of my breasts were taken off,
Okay.
and because I didn't have reconstruction, I do not have any breasts. I asked Shonda from Breastless, I said, well, how did you feel not having breasts? And she said, do you remember when you was a child before you had breasts?
Right.
And I said, okay. And it's like, because you know how sometimes, I don't know about you, but being a woman, sometimes you want to wear certain things.
Sure.
And you like, man, if I didn't have these breasts or whatever, I could wear this or I could wear that.
Right.
So now, and it's like, oh, okay, I can rock this and I
I'm
can rock
good,
that, and I don't
right.
have to worry about the breasts.
During the course of your breast cancer diagnosis, treatment, and therapies or whatever, did you rely on support groups to kind of help you get through?
Basically, it was my family, my friends that helped me through, and Bold and Breastless. I was in contact with Shonda, that's the owner of that organization. So, she helped me out a lot too, giving me information, uplifting me and different things like that. So, and I had other friends and sorority sisters who were breast cancer survivors as well. So, I would talk to them, and if I had questions about anything, or, my sorority sisters, they would bring me food. Different people would bring food, and they would help me, and if I could, because I couldn't drive, they would take me to my appointments and different things like that. Going through this, something as simple as trying to wash your back or do anything, you need help with that.
Sure.
I had drains, I needed to, take care of the drains, and so, I had people there to
Definitely
help.
have family and
my
friends,
children.
and
yes,
which is so important. Yes. What does self-breast care look like now for you? Do they still expect you to do self-breast checks? Do they still expect you to have mammograms done now that you have gone through treatment and are cancer-free?
No, I don't. I no longer have to do mammograms because, of course, I don't have any breasts.
Okay.
So, but after I was diagnosed and everything, and after I had my bilateral mastectomy, I was on tamoxifen. So I took tamoxifen for 5 years, and so I've been off of that for almost 2 years now. And so that was the treatment. But yes, they still say that you should, check your chest and everything.
So you do self-breast
Right.
checks at this point as
And
well.
then under your arms and different things like that. So far, it's good. And
Sure.
of course, still go to my doctors, and they'll check me as well. So I feel that you should be your own self-advocate, because a lot of times if you go to an appointment or if you see a doctor and they tell you something that you don't like or you don't feel is right, or they feel like they're brushing you off, then go see another doctor. So make sure that you do the research and always advocate for yourself. Don't be afraid to ask strangers for help. If it's people that do not look like you, find some people that look like you and ask them. Seek doctors that look like you.
Yes.
Don't stop. Ask for help. Ask for people, because like I said, there's a lot of organizations out here, and the people that may know somebody, and speak to people who have been where you might be, because they can tell you what they did, who their doctors are, what their treatment was, and maybe they could recommend organizations, because it's good to talk to people who have been there.
Yes.
And instead of people who, searching the internet, you get some information, but you need to take it to the source.
Yeah.
Because they'll offer you, to me, I think they'll offer you the best advice, because they know it, because they've been there, they've done it. Because it's easy to say what you'll do until you're in a situation, and then all of that goes out the window. So just know that you're not the only one, that we're here to help one another, because I am my sister's keeper, and I am a breast cancer survivor.